Today we are going into the French press. So if you like coffee and you haven't tried the French press, you're making a big mistake. So stick around and let's see how it works. So the first part of making any great cup of coffee is the beans. Okay, now this particular can is a Grounds and Hounds can. These guys actually make coffee and they donate a portion of the coffee sales and the equipment sales, like this container here, to a dog charity. So, you know, you're helping yourself by getting a great cup of coffee, and you're helping others, like dogs and cats and that kind of thing, by buying from Grounds and Hounds. I'll leave a link in the description box below. But anyway, I keep my coffee beans in here, and it has a little seal. I don't know if you can hear that, but this seals in the beans. And I'm going to put a little bit in here. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to go crazy because for every 1 cup of water, you need 2 tablespoons of coffee beans, okay? So you don't want to go too crazy here. And if I make some extra, I'll certainly do that. Most of these grinders have little markers for how much coffee you're putting in there, and this one certainly does, but you're not going to be able to see that. So we'll just leave it to faith, and we'll do that. Put the cover on there, and then grind the beans. I don't have this plugged in right now, so we'll grind the beans in just a moment. Okay, so next step is to put in our water. Now, there's a lot of ways you can deal with the water. The easiest way, in my opinion, is to microwave it. I microwave it, bring it just before a boil, like 3 minutes. If you do it for 3 minutes on a high, strong microwave, you're gonna get a water that's just at the boiling point. It's not really boiling, but it's really, really close. And that's kind of the temperature that you want. You don't want the water to be boiling when you put it in here. If you are gonna boil it either in a kettle or in some kind of percolator, then you're gonna wanna let it sit for about a minute to kind of bring that temperature down. 212 is way too hot. You want it to be right around probably like 200, 190, 195, somewhere in that neighborhood. Boiling is just too hot. It won't get the proper taste. So you want to keep it just under boiling. I find with my microwave, which is like I think an 1100 watt microwave, 3 minutes for this 2 1/4 ounce cup is absolutely perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now I don't fill it all the way to the top, so this is roughly 2 cups. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is after I grind these beans, which are right here, I will take 2 tablespoons out of here for each cup. So we're going to need 4 total tablespoons, and then we're going to put that in the bottom of the French press. Put the grinds in here, and then pour the water on top, and then let it sit. Okay, so we're going to let it sit about 4 minutes. So stand by, and we'll go grind those beans, and we'll get this going. Okay. Okay everyone, 4 minutes have passed. I don't know if you're able to see it on the little video when I pulled this out, but this cup is steaming hot. Hopefully you can see this. I can certainly see it. The steam is like really coming out of here. It is not boiling, absolutely not boiling, but the steam is very prevalent. So, I mean, I wish I had a thermometer here, but I gotta be honest with you. I see some of these blogs about, you know, how to make coffee and this one and that one, and, you know, they really get, you know, intricate with the equipment. There's no need to get intricate, okay? You need a grinder, you need a coffee cup, you need to measure out how many cups are in the thing. That's it. After that, you don't need a sophisticated boiler. You don't need some type of crazy spoon. Get a tablespoon and just use it. I mean, what are we doing over here? This is coffee. It's early in the morning. You're tired. You're trying to wake up. I mean, yeah, it's not always the case, but more often than not, your first cup of coffee is the one you're gonna have when you're most tired and less able to execute some sort of crazy plan. So welcome back. 4 minutes have passed and we've got some coffee here. So after the 4 minutes, and by the way, 4 minutes is not a hard and fast rule. As you do this, if you want to press it a little earlier or a little later, if you want a little stronger or a little weaker blend, you can adjust the amount of beans that you're putting in there, how long the water sits with the beans. But 4 minutes is a general rule of thumb. So what you do then is you take the pot, right? And you're going to use the plunger and plunge it down slowly. Okay? So what you're doing is you're separating the beans from the water. So now you've essentially stopped the brewing process and you've got yourself some coffee. I don't know if you can see the color of that. I mean, I guess you can. Let me try and put it over here a little bit better. So you can see it's a nice rich brown flavor. It's really great, and I'm very excited to drink some of this. Now, I did have coffee today, and frankly, I don't get a chance to use this as much as I would like. But remember, when you're gonna do this, don't forget to turn so that the vents are lined up with the spout, so you can actually get the coffee out. And of course, be careful, hold the top, and pour. Okay? You wanna leave just a little bit at the bottom. Okay? Do that. Just a little bit at the bottom, you can see there's a little bit of water and some grinds down there. Obviously you want the grinds, and this should be just a little bit of water, because if you pour it all out, what's going to happen is you're going to get some grinds. So you don't really want that. I mean, I don't really want that. Who knows what your preferences are, but most people, I would say, probably don't want to taste coffee grinds. So just bear that in mind. So now we've got our cup of coffee. It came in a little under where I poured it because I left some coffee. All right. But you can see the really nice, I mean, it's got a little bit of crema on top. It's still super hot. So if you're concerned that if you leave the water 4 minutes, that it's going to be a cold cup of coffee, you got nothing coming to you. It is super hot. I drink my coffee black. I like the taste of coffee. If you want to do cream and sugar, now is the time, obviously. By the way, there is a specific way to do cream and sugar, and we're going to tease that. We're going to do that in the next episode of Brews and News Coffee Reviews. So forget about that right now. We're going to taste this French press coffee that we just made. Took about 5 minutes from start to finish. Well, that's not true. It took 3 minutes to warm the water. So 8 minutes, probably. Not too bad. Let's give it a shot. Wow, that's a really good cup of coffee. In the end, you're making coffee for you, and maybe your wife, your girlfriend, or your husband, or whatever. But tailor it to your taste. Try it a couple of times, a couple of different ways, and when you find a formula that works, if you gotta write it down, just go with it, okay? But in the meantime, get yourself one of these, get yourself a grinder if you can. Don't forget to use good water and good beans, and like I say, enjoy your coffee. Thanks for joining us. Brews and News Coffee Reviews, and we'll see you again next time.